off and sell it, then I can guarantee you that within 2 years, I won't be a resident of Revelstoke anymore. I will be gone. The karate club that I've run for 30 years will probably disappear, and there will be a number of other people that are in the same position that I'm in. Things are just, I pay over $3,000 a year just for house insurance out there now. And that doesn't count property tax. It doesn't count a number of other things that go into living in a place like that. 5 acres, in my opinion, would not dramatically alter or change the lifestyle in that area. It would still be a rural area. It would still be a nice area to live in. That's what I'm telling you. And I know I'm not the only position. I'm not the only person in that position out there. There are a number of other people that will be doing the same thing. Property that was for sale for $600,000 a year ago is now for sale for $2 million. And there's a lot of property for sale. People are just deciding that they can't do it anymore, and they're going and they're leaving because they have to sell the whole thing. So, in my opinion, subdividing down to 5 acres is a good old idea and a viable alternative for myself and for a number of people that are living out in rural areas. So, otherwise, it's goodbye. That's it.
I don't think I need this, but anyway. This OCP represents the majority, it most certainly, majority of the property is designed to deter development as 2 acres or 5 acres is more than most developers will accommodate. There is already a shortage of property that will not meet the requirements of the OCP. The rezoning process is costly and lengthy, so the minimum lot size should be to accommodate the sewer and water requirements. So why not bring the lot size down to 1 hectare to accommodate more of the property owners who want to develop? Anyone with less than 10 acres cannot subdivide under your OCP plan. The democratic process to eliminate all the properties with less than 10 acres with this OCP. From a development opportunity, it also becomes a hunter over most of the rental lot that is over 5 acres. Inadequate for most landowners and will not take away from the rooster. So I would ask this OCP process to accommodate all the public that is. There's a lot of people here today. I've heard already quite a few that want to. Would love to be able to buy a rural lot. And I have all kinds of people. Every day I get a call that somebody wants to buy a rural lot. They're not interested in 5 acres. They're interested in 2 or 3 acres. Maybe some even less, but there's one of those that can't make it. So I would ask you this to again keep in mind there is a large majority. It's not a democratic process if you ignore that. And we'll be back here long before 5 or 7 years, I can assure you, for this whole process to happen again, which is costly. It's going to have to go on for over a year. And I can assure you here, as we're standing here, we'll be back here long before 5 years is up. Not as we told the other fellow that might be 6 or 7 years. It won't happen. People won't wait around that long. They'll become, this whole process is going to be a process that is going to be happening long before that time comes up.
Thanks for your comments, Stuart. Any other comments, questions?
Hi, Peter Humphries is my name, out of Mount Road. Because this is a planning document, I'd rather see it planning. I'd rather see it have about 20 years legs to it instead of 5 years. As planning, plan for the long term, instead of dividing up into 10 acres, and 20 years from now saying, I guess we should have 2 acre parcels, and in a hodgepodge dividing those 10s into 2s. I'd rather see it properly and orderly develop those larger lots and the smaller lots that we'd rather see in 20 years.
Thank you.
My name is Wendell Bernetti. I've lived in Russell all my life, but born and raised here. I've got well, my family has 40 acres over a baby falls. And I bought that property, well, me and my family bought it about 20 years ago. And I bought it not only for investment, for my sons, so they can have a nice piece of property, build their house on the place, whatever. With this new ski development that's going on here now, it's absolutely this world for my sons to afford to buy a house in Revelstoke. They can afford $500,000 to buy a house to stay there and be in my wife. I don't understand what you guys are trying to do. I think, like Paul said, there or Mr. Chair, for 5 acres is not a bad idea. It's like divide the property at least into 5 acres. Maybe down the road we can divide it again. But we've got to start somewhere, and we've got to make it so that people that live in Revelstoke want to stay here. I don't want to sell my house for $1 million and move to Alaska or wherever. I want to stay in Revelstoke. I was born here, I'm going to die here, and I want to spend the rest of my life here. If Mr. Renault has 7 acres, how he wants to split it in half? You can't say he's got less than 10 acres, so he can't split it. Should make it so that he can have like split Ernie said 2.5 acres. An acre is 200 feet by 200 feet. So I put that in perspective. It's 80 square feet. That's 10,000 square feet of land. That's a fair chunk of property. Almost a half a block downtown Revelstoke. It's a fair chunk of property. You've got to look at it in perspective with what's out there. And there's other places in town here, like CPR Hill. There's places out south, and you've got to give the people a chance to make money back on what they invested their life into. And if we don't do that, Revelstoke's going to pass away. It's going to be the same thing that basically happened to Fanwood. They're going to come in here to bush and no taxes because it's going to be a summer resort. Rich people come in here, buy out, and then that'll be it. My point is that give us numbers. What do you want us to do? Is 5 acres fair? To me, I don't think 5 acres is fair. I don't know about if you want to go lower, maybe some people want to go lower. But give somebody like Mr. Renault a chance to split it in half, and maybe sell half of it, and pay off his mortgage, and we can carry on with taxes. My taxes are $3,000 a year out of my pocket. That's what I pay. $3,000 out of my pocket. $3,000. I live right downtown Revelstoke. But it's not. I'm not here. These guys are talking about agricultural land reserve. This is not Alberta. It's not the Saskatchewan. We're not stripping a whole wheat field. We're not growing corn. This has got to do with property that we've got to look after and make sure it gets done right. That's why we're all here. We're all concerned about it. The environmentalists, people that live here all their lives, business owners, everybody. But 40 acres, for me, for my brother, I got 2 brothers. My brother spent half his life up there. He spent the last 20 years. He cleaned up the whole, that used to be cars from one end to the other. Cleaned it all up. He made a fish pond. He rebuilt his house. He turned it into something. Not because he wanted to sell it, because he wants to live there. He wants to have something of his own. He doesn't want 40 acres. He wants 5, 10 acres, whatever.
And just to reiterate, in the Big Bench area, with the 10-acre minimum, we've also said that if you have a 40-acre piece, you can develop that down to 5 acres. You just have to go through a development permit process. So that is allowable currently through the official community plan. So that is allowable. Another thing that is allowable too is the family division. If you own a property, you've got a 10-acre piece, then according to legislation, you can subdivide a piece of that off for your family member. So that's a provision as well. So talking about no growth, and we're talking about trying to accommodate some growth. We, like you, want to see our locals stay here. I was born here. I was raised here. My son was born here. My husband was born here. Both his parents were born here. We're not here in this process to get rid of these things to come to Revelstoke. We're trying to find a balance. We're planning right now. If in 3 years or 5 years, if we have to address this, then we'll come back and address it. We're not putting a time limit on it.
No, I agree with you. Absolutely. I appreciate what you're doing.
And I appreciate the comments. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay,